After a long day of teaching, Scot Douglass leaves his office and walks home. It takes him about 30 seconds, and he doesn't even have to leave the building. Scot is the first ever live-in faculty member at CU, setting up residency in the newly renovated Andrews Hall in Kittredge.
Even just walking down to my office at 10 o'clock at night to get something, which of course only takes me 30 seconds, but to run into 40 or 50 students that I see and to see them all out here watching a movie or in their study groups, and just that, I think the added value of all these little engagements is hard to overestimate.
Andrews is also home to the Engineering Honors Program, which Scot directs. Living in the hall gives him the opportunity to not only help academically, but to be involved in his students' lives.
It's sort of like a family. I mean, it brings together a lot of like-minded students, who have similar goals. And anytime you need a pick-me-up, Scot's the guy to go.
Scot also feels that having his family around positively affects the community.
I think all the students, not all of them perhaps, but most of the students would say that there's just something nice and wonderful to see the joy and energy of a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old on a regular basis, to encounter that, to see a family, to see in a real family, not Leave It to Beaver family.
Only 7% of colleges have a faculty member living in the residence halls, which is an astonishing fact considering the impact Scot has had on the Andrews community this year.
Scot's great. He's really added a lot to the community. He's really involved with a lot of the resident life. He knows almost all the residents by name, which is something that even I can't say.
He's attending programs. He's having discussions with students about, their major and career choices, after hours, grabbing coffee with students.
The flagship 2030 initiative, which proposes a new vision and approach for education, plans to have more professors moving into the dorms in the future. Scot has some advice for this unique group.
I think one has to have a very clear vision about why you're moving in, and a very clear vision of the type of community you're trying to build, the type of students you want to be in that community, and how your presence enhances that.
Whether it's going to a program or baking in the Andrews kitchen, students and faculty together under one roof makes a dorm feel a little more like home. Danielle Brady, News Team Boulder.